Successful entrepreneurship isn't just about having a killer idea or a big pile of funding. It's about taking that idea and actually turning it into a real, functioning business. The most successful entrepreneurs think and act differently. They've got habits and mindsets that often go against the way traditional businesses operate. They're endlessly curious, always asking questions, always looking for opportunities that most people overlook. But curiosity alone doesn't cut it. They test their ideas, do their research, and validate them before they go all in. Curiosity is the fuel for innovation. Entrepreneurs constantly ask, why is it done this way? Or, what if we tried something different? Sara Blakely, the founder of Spanx, didn't know a thing about the fashion industry. She just hated visible panty lines. One day, she cut the feet off a pair of pantyhose and wore them under her clothes, and that little experiment grew into a billion-dollar brand. Successful entrepreneurs don't settle for, that's just how it's done. They challenge it, because they know opportunity lives in the questions nobody's asking. But curiosity without discipline, that's just daydreaming. Great entrepreneurs move from, I have an idea, to, let's prove it, through structured testing. Jeff Bezos at Amazon is famous for constantly running experiments, testing everything from website layouts to shipping options. They don't assume they're right, they launch small tests, get customer feedback, and figure out what works before they scale it up. It saves time, money, and a whole lot of headaches. And let's be honest, the entrepreneurial journey is never a straight path. One month, things are booming. The next month, your supplier disappears or a competitor shows up out of nowhere. Successful entrepreneurs are adaptable, but they're also decisive. When things change, they pivot fast, but when they choose a path, they commit. Look at Elon Musk and SpaceX. Multiple rockets exploded, millions of dollars went up in smoke, but he didn't walk away. He learned, improved the design, and kept going. Being decisive doesn't mean you are always right, it means you make the best call you can with what you know, and you take action. Another big one, self-awareness. Successful entrepreneurs know exactly what they're good at, and what they're not. They hire or partner with people who fill those gaps. Steve Jobs had the vision, but he needed Steve Wozniak's engineering genius to build Apple's first computers. When you know your strengths and surround yourself with people who have skills you don't, you give your idea a much bigger shot at success. And here's something you can't avoid, entrepreneurship is risky. Most businesses fail, but the ones who succeed, they're not afraid of failure. They see it as feedback. James Dyson built over 5,000 prototypes before finally creating the bagless vacuum cleaner. Every failure was just another lesson that got him closer to the win. Smart entrepreneurs manage risk, they start small, they test, they learn fast, and they keep moving. Innovation is another core trait. It's not always about inventing something brand new. Sometimes it's about taking something that already exists and making it a whole lot better. Howard Schultz didn't invent coffee, but he transformed Starbucks by creating an entirely new coffee experience. Innovation means solving overlooked problems, blending ideas from different industries, and constantly improving. And of course, there's drive. Having a great idea is easy, sticking with it when things get hard is the real test. Successful entrepreneurs show up day after day, even when it's exhausting, even when critics are loud, even when results are slow. Dedication is what turns a fragile startup into a lasting business. Now here's where entrepreneurs really break the mold. Their thinking is different from big companies. They'll say, yes, we can, when most businesses would say, that's not our thing. Arnold Correa reinvented his event company multiple times just to meet new customer demands. They focus on solving problems, not just making products. Jonathan Thorne didn't just design a new surgical tool, he fixed a problem that had frustrated surgeons for years. They start small, narrow, and specific, like Nike's founders making shoes just for elite runners before they took over the sports world. They ask for the cash up front, like Tesla collecting deposits before building cars. They use resources they don't own, like Go Ape borrowing land instead of buying it. And sometimes, they don't wait for permission. Uber didn't ask regulators if they could launch, they just did it, and dealt with the pushback later. Here's the best part, you can learn these traits. Start asking, why, every day. Test your ideas before you bet everything. Be ready to pivot. Know yourself and build a team that makes you stronger. Treat every setback as a lesson. Keep improving, even when things are working. And commit for the long haul. The road isn't easy, but it's one of the most rewarding journeys you can take. You don't need to be a genius or a millionaire to start. You just need the guts to think differently, act boldly, and keep going. Start where you are. Use what you have. Learn as you go. The only real failure is never trying.